Hello, you're listening to Yellow King Filmboy. Christopher Nolan stands to make some serious moolah if his new film is successful, it has been reported today. Christopher Nolan's new film TENET has been highlighted by the movie industry as the film to kickstart the cinema industry in the wake of the pandemic. The $200 million espionage epic from Nolan is the only big film coming out at the peak of summer 2020 that is still anchored to its original release date. It's a risky strategy due to the unknown developments regarding the pandemic. Theatres are still closed around the world and the plans to reopen remain in the air for everyone. Yet TENET, if released as planned, will be the first major theatrical release since early March. It's a double-edged sword. On one hand, the film could open in cinemas and very few will go and see it due to the continued concern over the pandemic. Then again, on the other hand, if the timing is right and pandemic figures keep dropping, TENET will be the first major movie released in 2020 since February, and it could capitalize on this situation with great success with a public who have been starved of new content and are desperate to get back to normal life. And reports out today have stated that Christopher Nolan could be super flush with spondoolies if the film is successful. Allegedly, Nolan stands to make 20% of TENET's first dollar box office gross, thanks to a lucrative deal he made with Warner Bros. A few years back. That puts the importance of the film's box office performance higher, as the film was not cheap to produce, with a reported budget of $200 million. Industry experts say that TENET will have to clear $400 million globally just to break even. If TENET does go on to make $400 million and breaks even, Christopher Nolan would stand to make $80 million. That's some take-home pay. Nolan has been on this deal with Warner Bros. For the last few years, and that deal was in place for Dunkirk, which grossed $525 million against a budget of $100 million. Over the last few years, studios are asking everyone, even established directors, to share in the risk of a project. This means that generally, directors are making less on the front end of films like Nolan on Dunkirk, but are taken care of on the back end. Even more incentive to make a film that gets moviegoers in seats. When American Sniper made nearly $500 million in pure profit, for example, director Clint Eastwood is said to have cashed in big time. In similar fashion, when Gravity earned over $600 million in profit the year before, star and producer Sandra Bullock is said to have earned nearly $70 million because of a back-end percentage deal. There's still a lot of money to be made, an insider clarified, but only when the movie works. The big question is, will TENET be a success in this very unique moment in time? As always, thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.